Thank you for watching this short video. I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you what you can actually access related to those Mathology little books that you find in New Learn Alberta. So of course you will need to be logged in before you begin. So you can see I'm already logged in, so I can skip that step as we go through. So if you know the title of the book that you're looking for, you can just put in a keyword into the search bar. So the book that I am looking for today is one of the 16 Mathology little books that also have an Indigenous focus. So of the 72, there are 16. And this one is called Let's Play Walties. It's a traditional Mi'kmaq game. And so when I've done that search by that keyword, I actually get quite a few that show. So you can see I can find the little book in French, the little book in English, the teacher's guide in French, and the teacher's guide in English. So I'm going to take you to the teacher's guide today. When we go to the teacher's guide, the first thing you might see is a brief overview of the book and which learning outcomes it addresses. So this book in particular supports the outcomes, 3 of the outcomes within the kindergarten curriculum: investigating quantity, interpreting compositions of quantities, investigating shape, and an additional outcome, investigate and represent data for grade 1. So all of that can be addressed using this book. So I'm going to go straight to the resource by clicking on View this resource. And now what you're going to see is the teacher's guide. I want you to notice how many pages long the teacher's guide is, 43 pages, because it is jam-packed with things that you can do with your students. So let's take a quick walkthrough just to see what's in the teacher's guide before we talk about the hidden menu over here. So it goes through the little book, where it fits within a pathway. So as you're trying to decide which books to use and when to use them in the year, these may be helpful to you. So as you can see, these 3 along this pathway fit nicely within kindergarten towards the end of the year and early in the year in grade 1. So now going past the pathway, it gives you options: large group options, small group options, learning center options. Lets you know what the math focus for those would be, what you might do, where the learning centers fit, and on what pages within the guide these are. There's line masters available and suggestions for reading, which are always great suggestions, like the before the reading it the first time, maybe an additional reading, what you could do. Then it digs into the conversations, not necessarily what you would talk about in every reading or every time, but they're a pathway to thinking about, okay, if I'm focusing on counting and comparing, I can look at these questions under the blue heading. Or if I'm focusing on composing and decomposing, maybe I'm looking at these questions. We certainly wouldn't ask all the questions on every page, because that would just break up the story so much. And once you get past all of that rich prompts that could support discussion during the reading, following the reading, I keep on going. Now we get into some activities that you can do. So now we're going to have those activities, materials that you need, how to get started, how to keep it going, and what could you do to share and reflect. So that 3-part lesson really happening very well. And so again, tons of activities there. But how to make this navigation even better, I just want to show you the secret menu. So first we have that waffle. The waffle is going to take you to see a small view. So you know that you wanted to go to a particular page in the story, see what the question is. That's what that waffle can help you with. If you go to the Word document symbol, it actually allows you to take the teacher's guide and print it off as a PDF. If you go to the Adobe symbol, now you get to the line master. So here's a great assessment master, along with what you observe. What are those strengths? What are those next steps for the student? A way to connect to home and school. So either a letter or pieces that you can print off and cut and staple or glue into agendas, for example. There's all the line masters to support the activities, to support games, and so on. So I'm just going to go back here to the secret menu. If you click on student, it's going to take you to the book that you can project straight on your smartboard or even add to Chromebooks. And going back to the secret menu, if you click activity, there may be a digital version that you can use also to project on your smartboard or to have students work with on a Chromebook. And going back one more time, we have this accessible version. So the accessible version, I'm just going to close that waffle for a moment, gives you the book in this format that you can use on your screen or on an iPad, for example. So lots in that secret menu, so much incredible learning, all from these 72 Mathology little books and teacher's guides from kindergarten through grade 3. So I hope that helps you in navigating using this resource on New Learn Alberta.